I'm pressing the button. And we're on. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
There. Okay. Mm.
Unfortunately, it looks like we got a commercial.
That's great.
Immediately. Wow.
Well.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Yep, we're here.
Yay. Okay. Good.
Yep. So we are live.
Yes. Well, we should perhaps do a Actually, before we do the recap of what we'd already discussed for the benefit of the audience, perhaps we should do an intro about the game itself.
Yep. Hold on. We are live. Okay. So, hello everyone. Welcome back. So, today we're going to be starting a sort of a play test of our new RPG called First Contact. This game is a sandbox game where you can tweak it to whatever kind of setting you want. And we're going to be doing kind of a blend of science fiction and fantasy. Earth has been closed off from the rest of the galaxy. There's no magic on Earth. They build their first spacecraft, they jump out there, and then they encounter the strange stuff. And the strange stuff kind of looks at them and goes, "How did you do that?"
Stranger Things in space.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, if everybody would like to introduce themselves for any new viewers.
Yes. Well, I'm Kat. At least that's what everyone calls me, and I'm Legion's spouse. I also work on stuff with Fool's Moon when I can.
Okay.
I'm Rezo. I'm just Rezo. I own a small gaming company down in Florida. I think I'm the only non-Canadian here.
Correct.
Yeah, that's true.
We are
I'm
so
Zed.
sorry for your decline.
So sorry for my loss, thanks.
Yes. I'm Zed, and I've been gaming with off and on for a long time, over 25 years, 30 years, something like that. More than that. And I've played a number of games with Legion, so.
I'm getting an alert that we are going to have a commercial in 30 seconds.
What,
20
really?
20 now.
Already?
Really?
According
Again?
to this.
All right.
My goodness.
We're going to have to figure out how to actually set that for fixed times at some point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Does it come out just at
I'll
random?
wait to introduce myself till we know that we're in the clear.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay. I'm just changing
We got the commercial going already, and looks like it's it's Pokemon.
Wow.
Okay.
Pokemon Unite.
Commercial is done.
Catch a ball!
Commercial's already done? Okay, quick. Go ahead.
That was fast. So
Okay.
I am Elena. I also go by Munchkin. I'm actually Zed's kid, though I'm not a child anymore. And yeah, we've been friends with Legion and Kat for a very long time now. So
So,
Great.
I'm
Tell us
Legion.
about First Contact.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm not introducing myself. Don't worry about it. I'm nobody important.
Your shirt says it all.
Yes, basically. Yeah, see, with the kitty.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very
Okay,
cute.
go ahead and tell us about yourself, and then tell us about First Contact.
I'm nobody important. I go by Legion, also go by Kit. I'm just, the husband of Kat there, and just, write the games and run the games. Nothing special. Don't worry about me. Yeah, so First Contact, as I said, it is a sandbox game, which means that you can build what you want out of it. It's designed to work on 3 levels, large, medium, small, or in the case of First Contact, starships, command staff, and red shirts. Each level has its own dice that it uses. You use a dice pool, which you then compete with the opponent's dice pool for. For example, starships use D10s, command staff use D8s, red shirts use D6s. So if some poor, minor security officer winds up going up against a starship, the starship's rolling D10s, the crew member's rolling D6s, and will probably get squished quite quickly. It's a competitive pool system, which means both the attacker and the defender roll their dice pools, and then they spend rounds catching each other's dice and taking them out of play. If the PC catches a die, that's counted as a success. If the opposition catches a die, that's counted as a complication, not a failure. So what you're doing is you're racking up successes, and your opponent is racking up complications to make your life hard. Under most circumstances, players will succeed in whatever task they're doing unless they somehow roll absolute garbage. And players always start catching dice first, which gives them the edge on trying to get successes, except for during dramatic scenes, in which case I get to go first and everyone starts to scream and wail and gnash their teeth. Yeah. Let's see, what else? That's about it in a nutshell. The rest of it is going to be fairly quick. We'll do some discussion about the setting that we're working on. We'll do a discussion about character creation and the decisions the players are going to be making. And then if we have enough time, we'll actually get a session going. So the idea that we've been discussing behind the scenes, just to get the basic world building out of the way, is that humanity has been isolated for a very long period of time. They're very much into the science and reason and stuff like this. Earth wound up going into a dystopian society. Corporations had taken over everything. There was like riots and devastation and everything, and society had basically collapsed. The United Nations had the resources to try to help everybody rebuild. Society has flourished afterwards. They've got into space travel. They've done, what's it called, an Alt-D drive?
Alt-D.
Yeah, which is basically using quantum entanglement to launch things from one end of the galaxy to the other. They've sent out probes to try things out. Things looked well, so the PCs are going to be on the first manned ship to go out and actually explore beyond the Sol system. Back home, they've got nanotechnology, cybernetics, cloning, genetic engineering. They've discovered one animal species so far, the dragonette, which one of the PCs has a animal companion of.
You can guess who that is if you've watched this before.
Who would that have been?
It's totally
That'd be
sick.
you, Cat, right? You Cat, you
It's
adopted
got to be
a-
Rezo, right?
I don't know. I have a suspicion it's the person whose handle is Munchkin of Pern.
So it can't be me because it's not a cat.
Ah, yes.
True.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
you wound up catching a little winged cat that sits on your shoulder.
A Grimalkin. Nice.
Yeah, actually, that would have probably been engineered, and you could probably get that.
I mean, by this point in time, it's 21, 23. We have genetically engineered Pokemon. We go out and capture in little balls.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
Hashtag no sponsor.
Uh,
Yeah, I have a pet Eevee. That's going to be my thing.
See, I was going to say AI pets were probably a thing for a while.
Oh yeah, quite possibly. Oh, you never know. You could have had one of these things.
One of
The Kushkins.
Aw. There we go. I'm yes, we get soot sprites.
Okay, so let's start actually getting building. So the first step to building is you build your starship.
All right.
Okay, so the first thing you do on your starship is you determine what your starship's role is going to be. So what is the ship's role? I think we agreed it's going to be a scientific vessel.
Yeah,
So-
Yep,
scientific.
science exploration vessel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so science and exploration, I think, would be the role.
Mhm.
Okay, so that would be what you put down on your ship. Yeah, I'll just grab a blank character sheet so I can see it. Yeah. So the ship's name is the Cecilia, named after a famous female scientist.
Cecilia Payne Gaposchkin, specifically the woman who discovered what stars and generally the whole universe is made of, which is mostly hydrogen.
I thought it was made out of cats. Everything is cats.
Well, hydrogen cats.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once you have the roll, each player gets to choose one feature, which is basically something special about the ship or what's on the ship that that the PCs have access to.
Mhm.
So
drones,
okay,
remote
yeah.
operations.
Yeah, so you guys will have remote drones / probes that you can send off to do stuff in, which provides you communication back home.
Okay. Huh.
Okay, so who's next?
I don't know. I had an idea that instead of sending people directly to the planets or having EV suits, they did something more like Altered Carbon, where they actually uploaded their consciousnesses into basically biobots that would go to the planet's surface instead.
So basically synthoids.
Yeah, synthoids.
The only downside is that Cat wouldn't be the psychics in the party wouldn't be able to use their psychic abilities in those things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
we
yeah.
Sorry.
we do already have drones for remote stuff.
Hold on. The thing is, it's not a bad idea. It's just that not everybody's comfortable using them. So you would have, you could still have the environmental suits for the psychics, and then those people who are more comfortable with uploading can upload themselves.
Well, I would think there's also some people on the crew that can't leave the ship. For example, the captain's not technically allowed to leave the ship.
Yes, sure. That's always happens. The captain never leaves the ship ever.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's while it's cool. I'm
perfectly fine with sleeves.
I don't know. I'd sort of I would personally like maybe take a step backwards from that level of transhumanism.
Yeah, you guys have nanotechnology which replicates matter. I think sleeves aren't that far fetched.
Why don't I make that my feature then? The nanotech.
Okay, so nanotech is a feature.
There
okay.
We go. And just so that everyone's clear, he said the word he used was sleeves, like in Altered Carbon.
Yeah, so sleeves / nanotech. Okay, yeah. So that just leaves Elena and Kat to decide what they're going to have as their features.
It says on the sheet that there's 5. Are you deciding one, or are there just 4?
Just 4.
Okay.
So we'll put not applicable for 5.
Or just remove that line. So, Kat, Elena.
I'm not sure.
Well, for the science division, we definitely would need to have a dedicated and well-stocked laboratory setting.
Medbay / laboratory?
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
So well-stocked laboratory.
For ship functioning, right? We need some.
Yeah.
Like, are these
are the special things about the ship, not the general stuff.
Are the features special things that are better than like regular ship operations, or do we need to?
Which is what I just said.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why they're called features. Okay. So it's like, does the ship have transporter technology? Does it have space shuttles? Does it have a really good hydroponics? Does the ship have a solid AI?
Oh, interesting. Oh. The ship
does it have an elite security crew?
Huh.
The funny thing is, if you put an elite security crew as a feature, they get to roll D10s, not D6s.
Interesting. Yeah, part of the problem is I'm still in the process of trying to sort of nail down my character concept. So it's like, okay, what would I want to have access to?
This wouldn't be just you. This would be everybody has access to this.
Oh, okay.
It's what do you want the ship to have that's special?
Zero G swimming pool.
Okay. Yep. 0 G swimming pool. I guess that's it.
We need to get our exercise in somehow.
How about virtual reality? Does it have a can you plug into a VR world? Is it the ship? Can the ship transform? Does it have a phase cloak system?
I'm liking the
it
idea
doesn't.
of a powerful computer system and or AI.
Yeah, yeah. Ships AI. Let's go
Okay.
with. Yeah. It's funny because in one of the previous spacefaring games, I actually played the ship's AI and I had a lot of fun with that.
Okay, so Cecilia is the name of the ship's AI as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. That's actually that could be why we refer to it by its first name.
So with the nanotech, I put down nanotech advanced 3D printing.
Yeah, that's fine. I put it down as sleeves / nanotech, but
Yeah, I thought we were saying no
Yeah.
no to the sleeves.
oh no, we said yes to sleeves. It's just not everybody uses them.
Okay, so
Yeah.
nanotech.
Okay, so now we have to do the ship's attributes. Okay, so the ship has 4 attributes: sensors, shields, shoot, and speed. And-
Did Munchkin didn't choose an feature yet?
I did, the laboratory.
The lab.
Oh, the lab. Okay.
Yeah. So one
Advanced
attribute
lab.
is going to be set at 6, 2 attributes are going to be at 5, and one's going to be at 4. So sensors, shields, shoot, and speed. What do you want at 6?
Well, let's go with I would think sensors first, considering that we are supposed to be a science vessel.
Sensors.
I agree.
Mhm.
So what do you want to
Sensors
have
at
as your
6.
weakest attribute?
Shoot.
Probably shoot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody's in agreement on that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so that means shields and speed are at 5.
Okay.
And shoot is at 4.
Yeah, shoot is at 4. All right then, and yeah, that's your ship. Your ship is now built.
Okay.
So for the next level is command, which uses D8s, and this would be effectively the PCs. If we're doing something akin to lower deck, the crew would be the main characters, and then the command would be kind of like the sort of faceless people that are in charge that you really don't deal with until there's a crisis, in which case you kind of pull them in to fix the crisis and then they go away again. Or you could do, for example, the crew are an elite team, an elite team, and the command staff are absolutely incompetent, in which case you could have the crew at D10, the command at D6, and the ship's at D8, which would be really scary. Oh no, the captain's coming down. We're screwed.
That's okay. My elite guy with his phaser rifle will just blow up the ship and everything in it.
Eject the warp core. So my character concept is daughter of the CEO of the company that developed the Alt D, and she is the captain of the Cecile.
Okay, so yeah, so everybody gets to figure out what their role is. So, Kat, what's your role?
Yeah, good question.
Ship's counselor?
I can go first if you need more time to think.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm playing as Officer Diana Glynn. I am the head of the Xenoscience Division.
Okay. I know who I'm playing as well. I'm playing Anya Hawk Prokofiev. She's the person in charge of remote operations. So she does all the stuff pertaining to drones and manages, I should say. She oversees all the stuff pertaining to drones and sending out probes and things along those lines.
Also probably handles the ship's stores and contents and stuff. Make sure that the ship's well stocked and everything's functional.
Could be.
You might want to put yourself down as engineer. Maybe. Anyway,
She focuses more specifically on the remote operations end of things. If somebody else wants to be an engineer as well, they
was
can
gonna
handle
say,
like
yeah.
ship side things.
I was gonna say, it sounded a little more like quartermaster than engineer.
yeah.
Oh,
So, but the thing is, at the moment we have nobody who's on deck except for the commander.
Mm,
Yeah, the captain's on deck, and there's nobody else on deck.
Well,
may-
no, I mean, if the command stations are on deck for overseeing stuff like remote operations, that's where all the sensor displays would be and stuff like that, right?
hmm.
So I have no problem with
So you're in
Anya
charge of
being-
sensors then.
Hmm.
could be
Why
if
not?
if nobody else is doing that.
Actually, I was gonna say maybe this character that I've got should be the communications / xenolinguist.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you can be head of
and
communications.
Huh?
You can be head of communications.
yeah, that yes. Yeah, and yeah, so both Elena's character and mine were products of should they be the same psionics development experiment or different ones? It's what do you think?
I'd like it to be the same one, I think.
Same one. Okay. Yeah, sure. So yeah, like what I'm picturing is like a sort of something let's say based somewhere in North America. Hell, let's say it's based in Canada because we can. And yeah, going around and plucking psionic children with psionic potential from their families and raising them, which means that a lot of them would have come from disadvantaged backgrounds because rich folks are not likely to allow their kids to be plucked out of their hands, or at least you can't pay them off to do it.
Tricor, growing the humans of tomorrow.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. So your character is going to be the communication / xenolinguist.
Yeah, let's go
Okay.
with that. And I'll have to come up with a name.
Can I
Curie.
make a suggestion?
No.
Yeah, I just spent 5 minutes on behindthename.com.
Okay,
Sorry.
what's the suggestion?
Zed's character focuses on drone operations and
Mhm.
extra vehicular, piloting. Would we want Zed's character to just be the pilot for the ship as well, chief
Probably.
navigational officer?
Hmm.
Sure.
Yeah, because I was thinking about that, and it's like it'd be really funny if nobody takes a pilot, because that would mean that you would probably want to have somebody on crew level to be the ship's pilots, which means you're rolling D6s for flying the ship.
So doing navigation and remotes.
Okay,
Yeah, she is a pilot for sure. Because
Alright
she
then.
needs to be in order to be a drone pilot.
so once all 4 of you have your roles, the next
Okay.
is your character's attributes. So there's 4 attributes, which are charm, might, smarts, and tech.
And weird.
But the thing, yeah, but if your character has any special abilities, that falls under weird. If you do not have weird, you have a 5, 2 4s, and a 3. And if you are using weird, you get 2 4s, 2 3s, and a 2.
Okay. Psionics would count as weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you should
Okay.
specify what kind of psionics you have.
How
Okay.
how do we differentiate between smarts and tech?
Smarts. is solving puzzles, remembering facts, doing research, noticing things, and detecting lies. Tech is repairing the ship, operating machinery, driving vehicles, using a computer, firing artillery.
I have my numbers set.
Okay.
4, 3.
Okay,
Okay.
4,
so
3, 4, 5 for me.
3, 4, 4, 5.
yeah.
Then I'm gonna switch my charm with tech. That will
Okay.
be 5, 3, 4, 4.
I know I want smarts as 4.
Yeah, the easiest way for people who don't have psionics or special abilities is which one is your best attribute, which one's your worst attribute, and the other two just fall in line. If you're using
Mhm.
weird, it's which attribute do you like the least? And then which two do you like the most?
Okay.
I'm debating on whether to put my 2 in might or tech. I think I'll put it in might.
Okay.
Let's see.
As the game.
All right, so charm 3, might 2, smarts 4, tech 3, weird 4, psionics.
Okay.
Let me
What you were
see
saying,
here.
Mezzo?
I was gonna ask is as the game progresses, will we get advancements?
Yes.
Okay. Is it possible to buy into weird?
Yeah, I'd allow that.
Reason being, I was actually thinking that as the game progresses, depending on the storyline, maybe my character might learn magic.
Quite possibly. Or you
You
might
do
want to
have
start to
penchant for wanting to learn magic.
Okay. Sorry,
Agent.
sorry for interrupting you, Kit.
Or you might want to consider if your character starts getting cybernetics or genetic engineering or replacement organs or
Yeah.
That would
injected
be more
nanotech.
Hawk's way of doing things.
Yeah, I want
Okay.
the laser sword and the space wizardry.
You want to be a Jedi, you say?
Hashtag not a sponsor.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of laser swords, those are a thing now.
Mm-hmm.
They actually exist in real life.
And
Didn't take too long.
Kind of scary.
and I'm sorry, but the because of my dyscalculia, the numbers you rattled off went straight in one ear and out the other.
2
So-
4s, 2 3s, 2.
Okay.
So pick which one you want the lowest. Pick the 2 you want the highest.
Okay. I'm just going to note down 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2.
No, 4 4, 3
Just
3,
1, 2.
2.
Sorry, what?
Kat, look at your character sheet.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. All right. I see. Thank you. Yes, I needed again to be able to actually see it. All right. Okay.
Now, would be really funny is if you took weird and had it as your lowest attribute. It's like, yeah, I'm psychic. I suck at it, but I'm psychic.
Yeah.
Also, by
As
the way,
communications. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
also, if you have weird, you have to specify exactly what your weird does. You
Okay.
can't just say space magic. It has to be, I can do this.
Okay.
Yeah, it is not a catch-all term for I can do anything under the stars under weird.
No, that makes total sense.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm thinking for my particular kind of for my particular kind of psionics. Well, let's see. Telepathy would be an obvious one, and let's see what's another good one.
Let's call it Mentat.
No,
No?
because that's from Dune and it means something else. I mean, telepathy.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, like telepathy. Everybody knows what it means, and it's not copyrighted by anybody, or used or made up by a particular author, as far as I know.
I've heard it in
Telekinesis
other
is also an
places too.
option.
Well, Yeah, of course. You mean telepathy or mentat?
Mentat. Mentat has been used in a few pieces of science fiction now. It basically means a psionic who specializes in mental abilities.
That's not what it originally meant in Dune. So
Yes, I know, but we're not playing Dune, so that doesn't matter.
I also just don't
It's
like
also
the.
an obscure word that not everybody knows or is going to remember the definition of.
Honestly,
okay.
I don't like the word. There's just that.
I don't really like the word either.
Yeah, just
Sounds
Okay.
weird.
yeah. I don't find terms like gum jabbar to be a stumbling block. But mentat is just kind of eh.
And Dune is just basically it's a biological computer.
Yeah. Well, that's not quite the same as psionics. Okay. Telepathy.
Telekinesis is also an option.
Yeah. Possibly she has flashes of precognition.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe flashes of precognition. Elena's character, you might have a specific
Empathy.
specific animal empathy. Yeah.
Okay, so you have telepathy and precognition, and Elena gets to pick
Mhm.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm back.
So
Welcome back.
yeah,
Thank you.
empathic bonding is an option.
Oh, or possibly being able to do like farsight, like to share the senses of a creature with whom you are bonded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have drones, but yeah.
Not quite the same.
Okay.
The question is:
So-
Is your
So,
dragon
yeah.
also telepathic or psionic?
The dragonette is non-sapient. Whether or not I think the psionic stuff would probably be on my end.
Yeah, that
Um,
she's the one who had the bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was just
Okay.
It's
thinking.
about its body is about the size of my forearm.
Uh,
So Kat's character has both telepathy and precognition. If we're
Mhm.
picking two concepts, then I'll probably choose the empathic bond and grab some telekinesis.
Okay. So next is your signature item. This is completely optional, but you can have something that is considered special to your character. When it comes into play, you get a +1 die bonus.
I have a question.
Yep.
Is this on the scale of the command staff, like
Yes.
something a human-sized character would be? So, okay, then I will take, rather than doing like a personal spaceship or something like that, because that would be kind of more on the D10 side of things,
Yeah, that would have been a feature.
I will do a brawler suit,
Okay.
which is a power armor.
Hmm.
You already know what mine is.
Yeah, I'll have to think about that.
I'm tempted to say a laser sword.
Yeah, that is perfectly fine. Well, while you guys are thinking about that, here's the other thing. So your roll for your ship and the roll for you gives you some bonuses. So for the ship, you get a +2 and a +1 bonus to one of the attributes. And when your roll would apply, this is when the bonus kicks in. So for example, your ship being a scientific vessel, you could say it gets a +1 in sensors for doing like specific types of scans. And it might have experimental shields, which gives it a +2 shields when it comes into play.
Okay.
For Kat's communications xenolinguist, might have a +1 charm and a +2 smarts, things like that.
This is for
Applying your roll
sorry,
to your
is this-
attributes.
I
Is
see.
this
Gotcha.
bonus
Mhm.
on our staff or on the ship?
Both. Your ship gets a +2 and a +1, and you get a +2 +1.
Okay. So we collectively decide where the +2 and the +1 are on the ship, and
Correct.
we individually decide our own +2 and +1.
Correct.
Okay. So let's add some lines for that because that's not.
No,
on
you
the
just
sheet.
put a +2 or a +1 beside the actual attribute.
Mhm.
So your sensors could be 6 + 2.
Right.
Yeah, because it's a bonus. It does not actually increase the attribute, so you don't have to pay more
Right.
to increase the attribute later.
And if I have a signature item brawler suit,
You get a +1.
does my bonus apply on the basis of what my brawler suit does, or is it on the
Yeah.
basis of? Okay, so it's what my brawler suit provides is the bonus
Yes.
for my character.
Mhm.
Okay.
With the brawler suit, it is probably might.
It's might and shooting are the two things that it does because it's got integral weapons.
Okay.
So shooting is what, tech?
Yep.
Okay.
So where do you guys want to put the +2 on your ship? Shoot. Okay. Wow.
What?
No.
I mean, really, it could be. But realistically, it could be anything but shoot.
Oh no, you could have completely experimental weaponry on your ship to defend yourself with.
I
We
don't
don't
know.
know what these,
Well-
we don't know what these, phase-seeking torpedoes do, but
I would be thinking
that's
more of
scary.
like the drive system is more easily weaponized than the creators of the ship envisioned, and that's what the +2 would be if we were to shoot.
Hmm.
oh no, they used their red mist on us, or our ship is shutting down. You are smart. You make us
Activate the
go.
photonic cannon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So the ship has a deflector dish to basically push space debris out of the way. Or you could turn it around and use it to eject the space debris in a specific direction at high velocity.
Oh dear.
I feel like I'm lost here. What are we getting a bonus for the ship again?
It's based on the ship's roll. You get a +2 to one attribute as a bonus, and you get a +1 to another attribute as a bonus. You keep it separate. So like sensors would be 6 + 1 or 6 + 2 if you boosted your sensors.
Okay. Now this is this is stuff that's based on its role, you said. Like
Yes.
ROLE?
Yes. If the roll comes into play, you get to use the
Mm.
bonus. If you're doing something with the ship that doesn't fit your roll, you do not get the bonus.
Okay, gotcha.
I would recommend +2 to sensors and +1 to speed.
I was thinking a +1 to speed too. You guys have a souped up engine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that works to
Okay,
me.
let's go with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
+2 to sensors.
Yeah. So your sensors
Mhm.
is 6 + 2 and your speed is 5 + 1.
Yeah.
And then you do the same thing for your character based off your character's roll.
Mhm.
Like Cat might want to have +2 smarts.
Sure, that works.
And where do you want to put your +1? Weird. Oh, that could work with your telepathy plus weird.
Mhm.
You can kind of pick up other people's languages just by kind of eavesdropping on them. So effectively, you can speak any language.
Or at least pick it up very, very quickly.
Yeah, you could do
Yeah.
that.
I like that idea. With
Okay.
sort of a combination of like telepathy and linguistic skill and observing body language and so forth. Yeah, that works.
Mhm. Now you just have to figure out what your signature item is.
Yeah, good
Does
question.
the signature item also give a bonus to the character?
When your signature item is being used, you get a +1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if that's in addition to the thing that you're getting a +2 and a +1 from.
Yeah, it's separate from your roll.
And I have come up with a name for this character, Tayana Jackson.
Oh,
I've also
okay.
got a
So-
picture, which
So the
Oh.
+2 and the +1 that I said before from my brawler suit should actually not be from the brawler suit. It should be relevant to my role, not to my brawler suit.
Correct. Your brawler suit
Okay.
gives you a +1 when you're using it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the brawler
I
suit
put
has, like I was saying before, it has it's stronger than normal as you would expect, and it has an autocannon as well. That
So
is
plus-
used.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it has jump jets. You this typical brawler suit kind of stuff.
Yeah, as
Or
long as you
down.
write it down and I clear it, it's all fine.
Yeah.
So, Kat,
yes.
a focus crystal to use when you want to really get through on your psionics. Or if you remember Cat's Paw, you might have a little patch that you apply once in a while to give yourself a little boost. Could have a tricorder.
Yeah, I've really gotta think about this. I'm having trouble. I'm putting the portrait picture in the Discord because I found it, but I haven't found a source, so I don't know who to credit.
Yeah, I did mine myself.
Oh, she's cute.
Yeah, it's a lovely piece of artwork, and I don't know who the artist is. Yeah.
Well, given the piece of art that you're displaying, perhaps Scion enhancing tattoos
Oh,
that are infused with nanotech.
Yeah, some or some sort of nanotech tattoos or something. Yeah.
yeah. So nanotats, you just have to figure out what they do.
Yeah.
Nanotats.
Yes, I'll write down nanotats and then try to maybe figure that out. Oh, you've already put that down.
Yeah. Actually, what you could do is it keeps a track of your body's health, and if things go south, it starts life support and keeping you alive and stuff like
Or
that.
at least sending out alarms, or maybe both. Yeah, I like that. That works.
Okay, I will mark that down.
They
So the
monitor
+2 and the
life
+1
signs.
have to be in different areas, right?
Yes. Okay.
All right. I have put my head of Xenoscience division bonuses into +2 smarts, +1 tech so that I can use scientific equipment. And I have put the +1 from my Dragonette into weird because, like, where else was I going to put that?
Yeah.
Oh no, your Dragonette is a generic bonus. It's not a specific bonus. So yeah, you get your +1 can go anywhere you want that fits your role. Your Dragonette gives you a +1 when your Dragonette is being used on whatever role you're using it for.
Okay.
Yeah. You can still have the +1 in weird because your Xeno studies may have worked with your weird before,
Mhm.
hence bonding with your Dragonette. So
Yeah.
So I have +2 for Ace Pilot, but I
Okay.
was thinking electronic warfare and hacking, but that's also sounds like tech to me, not smarts. Is that correct? Or is that smarts?
hacking would be tech.
Okay. So I can't choose the second bonus in tech.
No.
So
You might want to use smarts for tactical roles.
yeah, sounds good.
So next, last but not least, is the crew. The crew's 4 attributes are fight, notice, repair, and survive.
These crew are the crew that specifically fall under each of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's effectively your red shirts.
Okay. Now, does each squad have different attributes, or do they all have the same attributes?
You each have unique attributes for your specific crew.
Oh, nice. Okay. Huh.
Yeah.
Since since my character has a little bit of an engineering background, I was thinking that the crew that I would take would be the engineers.
Sounds good.
I'm not going to be the chief engineer of the ship. I'll have somebody that reports to me for that, but that'll be my crew.
We are the engineers. We can demolish 40 beers.
So, if you want, your crew is allowed to have weird, but usually they don't.
Yeah.
And when the crew's roll applies, they get a +1 bonus.
And the numbers were
The numbers were I hadn't said yet, but it's 1 4, 2 3s, and a 2.
So I will take the onboard. I don't know what you want to use for the term, droids or drones or something like that.
Drones
That
is fine.
are automated systems that are designed to help the crew do their jobs.
Kind of like in Wall-E.
Sure.
The little
So are we
cleaning bot was
building
adorable.
stats for everyone in our specific division, or are we doing
Yes.
a specific? Okay.
These are fungible.
Okay, so
This is called the
so
helper bots.
so the communications red shirts or
Okay.
communications staff crew. Yeah, communications crew. Okay, so that
So-
is where do we note that? Oh, there we are. Okay. All right. So thank you for noting that down. Okay, so it strikes me that the communications crew should have notice as their top stat, repair and survive second, but they're not really going to be fighters.
Okay.
So there we go. Okay. All right. Hmm?
So
What are you
your
giggling about?
so the communications team, which has the fight of 2,
Yeah.
if they basically are trying to distract somebody and piss them off in combat, they could use their communications bonus to have a fight of 3.
So basically taunting the enemy so that they do something stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I know how to taunt them in their own language.
I can swear in 30 different languages.
Yeah.
Fluently.
Hmm. Okay. I may as well insert an image.
still sitting here
Oh,
thinking
not a
about
table.
my special item or my signature item.
For the captain. Ooh, good question.
It's going to be the,
So
the captain's
quick
chair.
question. So our personal skills as command officers can come into apply when we are operating on the ship scale, right? Like
Hold on a
my
second.
bonus of +2 for being an ace pilot applies when I'm doing a navigation function using the ship, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Rez. If the auto mod blocks a message, how do you clear the message because it's fine?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, because Bardic Bird had a comment which I was amused with, but the Automod decided, you know what? Cream pie is a bad word.
What? I mean,
Specifically,
okay.
banana cream pies.
But only the cream pies part was redded out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
On
yes.
one hand, I know why that was redded out. On the
Yes,
other
we know
hand, I
why it was
sincerely
redded
hope
out,
they
but
weren't
it
talking
kinda
about
didn't
that
need
version
to
of
be
cream
in this
pie.
context. But
Yeah, it doesn't always mean that. Like, come on, people.
So the context was when we were talking about throwing things around with our deflector dishes.
Wow.
So what Bardic Bird had said, do they throw water balloons or banana cream pies? You're talking about the crew members, right?
My helper bots throw themselves at the enemy because they have a fight of 4.
Damn.
All these little bots just
Well,
piling
they're
on.
made of metal, so
Why are they
they're
made out
actually
of
pretty decent in a fight.
what's that super dense metal called again?
Unobtainium.
No, the
Tita-
actual metal.
Oh,
Yeah,
something real. Got it.
Yeah. Oh, there's experimental
Uh,
weapons.
Tungsten?
what, depleted uranium?
No, nothing radioactive.
No, depleted.
Tungsten?
Yeah, tungsten. I think it was tungsten. Yeah, depleted
Tungsten
uranium
is
is
very
still
dense.
dangerous, Cat.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Still very dangerous.
It's still
Yeah.
dangerous until it's no longer uranium,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
which I think is the case.
So
with
the
lead.
experimental weapons would be the banana cream pies and water balloons.
Mhm.
Oh, that's just it. The ship when it turns on its weapon system, you see these little bands come out, spread out. There's a little thing in the middle. This thing comes out with a water balloon, pulls it back. Invader Zim.
There we
wettening.
go.
The wettening.
Okay, so
Hmm.
think I'm going to give the Xenoscience crew a notice of 4, a fight of 3, a repair of 2, and a survive of 3.
Okay, concerning that conversation, I am now going to be adding Killer Clowns from Outer Space as one of the races that you might come across.
I'm out.
Why? Why?
Well, you don't want to fight clowns?
Nope.
No.
No?
No.
With their acidic seltzer bottles?
Nope.
Oh, also not a sponsor because that was a movie.
Right. Hashtag not a sponsor.
Ah,
Fine. Killer Clowns from Dimension X.
no.
I think that was an actual movie too.
No, I think that was the takeoff of it they did in Slapstick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we have what are the 4 crews that we have?
I have engineers.
You have engineers. I have helper
I've got
bots.
the Xenoscience crew.
You've got xenoscience, and you've got communications.
Presumably the medical crew and the others exist.
I would assume so.
Yeah, I would definitely hope so.
Do we need to just add those to our sheets or what?
What? The crew?
Yeah, the other departments that we don't have covered by players.
No, they're generic NPCs.
They get
Oh,
3s for
well.
everything, right?
They don't get to roll.
Oh. This is a science
They
ship.
just do stuff or don't.
Yeah, but science is covered by Elena's crew, so it's all good.
I think I might just set that as the general science crew rather than specifically the Xenoscience crew.
That
Yeah.
would
Just so
probably
that
make
we can have
sense.
roles apply for more things.
So what do you
Otherwise,
guys
the
think?
helper bots will be doing everything because they are helping everybody.
I am the helper robot.
Well, see, when he talked
Do you have
about
turbo lifts on your ship?
when he talked about the drones being able to fight, I couldn't help but think of like Megamind's little bots, Ow, 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 ow.
Yum, yum.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about friendly clowns from Dimension Doom?
Nope.
You're really harping on this clown thing.
Well, fine. How about a room with a moose?
Vamoose.
Say moosey fate. Say
I
moosey
don't know this reference.
Oh, Invader Zim.
Yeah, Invader Zim is fun.
Yeah,
And wrong.
it's
Very wrong, but fun.
It's very absurd.
I will be
And
back in a couple
hilarious.
moments.
So, you guys are all done your characters.
Oh,
Yay.
amazing.
I've made
Okay.
my character Andromeda Locke.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes, I will be putting
Good
down
thing I
everybody's
picked on
characters'
the name
names.
Diana instead of Andromeda then.
Yeah. And I went with Tayana because apparently it is a popular, or one of the popular African American girls' names.
Oh,
So yeah.
Tiana. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it does sound yeah, it's does sound similar to like Tiana as in Princess and the Frog, Princess Tiana, but not exactly the same.
Yeah, different spelling.
Yeah.
All right.
A Y instead of an I.
All right, that leaves us about an hour to play.
So we can get the basics out of going.
What percentage of light speed is our sublight drive?
Plot.
Plot. Okay.
We don't have hard and fast numbers for that.
So
Speed of
it'll
plot.
basically be we can get from the heliosphere to the planet we want to investigate in an hour.
An hour or two, yeah, that'd probably be good.
Okay, that works.
See, it all depends on what orbit the planet in question is in.
Sure. So what you do is you make kind of like a hard number of how long it takes to get from the edge of the heliosphere to the star, based on the size of the star, and then you reduce it for each orbit.
Then you make a speed check.
Okay, that's fine. Speed check it
Yeah,
is.
Yeah, because I could say, yeah, it'll, base is 6 hours, make a speed check, each success will drop it down one.
That works. The complication is you fail to brake and you slam into the planet's atmosphere. Game over.
No, you had to navigate that incredibly dense asteroid belt.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it was one of the things I was reading up about the asteroid belt. Asteroid belts are not as dense as they were in Empire Strikes Back. There are like hundreds of miles between individual asteroids.
Usually.
Yeah.
The
The odds of
fielding-
navigating the asteroid is 100%.
Mhm.
That
But that's not
particular
exciting.
asteroid field, I think, was a planetary debris field that was recent, which is why it was so
Yeah.
dense.
Oh, it was Alderaan, you say?
Something like that, yeah. I mean, how many times had they fired that thing by the time they actually got to that movie?
Yeah, that's a reasonably good bit of fridge logic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, are there any notes that we need to make with respect to these crew?
Not yet.
They had not yet.
No, the notes is for your character in general notes.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So things like background can go in there or whatever.
Mhm. Yeah, background.
So I think my signature item is going to be an experimental laser sword.
Sounds good.
This is the only thing I can think of.
There we go. Yep.
Where is the thing?
Yeah, you could definitely put your background under notes. You can also put your foreground there too.
Mm.
Nice.
Where is the thing?
Dorman says sparse asteroid fields are not as fun.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I've got this.
Mhm.
See if it works. It doesn't work.
And we've been told to hydrate.
That one?
Oh, okay.
Just did that.
Mm.
All right.
Okay, now that I'm done that, I can obey the command to hydrate, I guess.
Obey, obey. You will hydrate. Hydrate.
Honestly, Kit, your witticisms are on the same level as Dad's. I pity if you ever have a child.
Oh, I would have so much fun with a kid.
Oh,
He's been doing dad jokes since he was a teenager. So
Yeah. I deeply pity your metaphorical child.
So I have a little cousin. She is adorable. So the first
Oh,
I
yes.
ever, so it's the first time I ever met her. I think she was like about 8 or 9, I guess.
Mhm.
And she was having prunes, and I said, "So, do you know how prunes are made?" And she's looking at me like, "No." I was like,
Oh,
"So
it's
what's
dried
the-"
apricots, I think.
Oh
it
yeah, dried
was, but
apricots. It's like,
yes.
so you take an apricot, and the mosquito comes in and sucks all the juice out of it, and it shrivels up. And you can tell this happens because you'll see these really fat mosquitoes buzzing around.
Buzzing around like
Yeah, and she was just giving me this look like she's trying to figure out if I'm being true or not, and she's like, not sure.
That sounds legit.
Yeah. My best friend's kid, I tell her these kind of stories, and she looked up at me and she's like, "You're wrong."
Have
Well,
you considered the fact that he's lying?
I'm messing
kid?
with you. It's not exactly the same as wrong.
Yeah, but that was just adorable the way she put it. It's like an accusation.
Mhm. Yeah, that was cute.
Yeah, it wasn't a statement of fact, it was an accusation. Which also happened to be true.
Mhm. Mhm.
All right. Well, okay. That did not contain the thing. So I guess I'll have to wait till I get back to my computer. If you want to see a bigger picture of
Okay. Okay, so we have everything done. The character sheets are ready. And the points don't matter. No.
it's probably true.
Yeah. So, a quick thing to explain to y'all is how character advancement goes. At the end of an adventure, you put a check mark beside a single attribute of your choice. When the number of check marks meets the level of the attribute goes up by 1. This applies to your ship, your crew, and your command character.
So each gets a check mark?
Each gets a check mark. You guys get to discuss which attribute on the ship gets the check mark. Ship attributes can't pass 10, command can't pass 9, crew cannot pass 6. So, yeah, pretty straightforward. And I'm working on a source book, which gives you other abilities, and you can put check marks on those to increase those too.
Cool.
Yeah, you could choose either increase an attribute or increase one of your special abilities. Okay, so we will get the ball rolling and start our first session.
I'm just gonna get some painkillers. I've got some muscular pain at the moment, so
Okay.
if you don't mind.
Sparse asteroid fields are not as fun. No, they're not. Spaceship.
Let's just see if I can get Bardic Bird on to play our chief medical officer.
Oh, that would be cool.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
The irony of it is she usually plays an android.
Androids are allowed as PCs.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
you could have a synth. Yeah.
an android that does surgery doesn't know anything about human anatomy.
Better than Zoidberg.
Welcome back.
Okay.
Why not Zoidberg?
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Okay.
Ad
Yes.
break in 30 seconds.
Uh,
Or maybe there's an ad on now. It says ad break ends in 22 seconds.
Yeah, we got the ad break going.
I got my red alert klaxon. See?
Red alert. Not a new idea. The Doctor on Voyager was an emergency hologram. And welcome back.
Welcome back.
Okay.
I could imagine Voyager. Please state the nature of your medical emergency. My doctor's a hologram. Sorry. All right. So it's dawn of a new day, a new era. Your ship, which is called the Cecilia,
Cecilia.
Mhm.
is all set for its maiden voyage.
Okay.
Her maiden voyage.
Uh,
Although Anya would probably think it should be his maiden voyage because In Russian, ships are mail.
So, getting ready for your 3-hour tour.
A 3-hour tour.
Nothing could possibly go
Sorry.
Not a sponsor.
wrong. Yes, we're not being sponsored by Gilligan's Island. This is true.
Such a shame.
Nor are we affiliated.
We should call the captain Skipper.
I don't think she'd like that.
I'm gonna veto that right now.
Capitan.
I just like the first ensign that walks up to me is like, here's your departure schedule, Skipper, and I'm gonna look at her and I'm gonna be like, no.
Yeah, well, thank you for the information. Now, please march yourself over to the brig.
That'll be 30 minutes in the brig, ensign.
Nice.
I'll join you for interrogation later.
Maybe not that far.
Okay. So yes, there's a celebration going on. They have a band, playing music. You got the balloons and stuff. The fireworks as the ship is rolled out to the launch pad. You're all, dressed up.
The ship is on a launch pad?
Well, for the initial getting it into outer space, yes.
It
Or-
would have been
built in
built in
orbit,
space.
but whatever.
Perhaps
Fine, if you want to go that way. And
I was going to say it could be that it could be that the shuttle to take us up to where the ship
Yeah,
actually
that makes
is.
more
Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Bardic says, "What's your name, Ensign?" "Oh, call me Professor. And this is Marianne."
No. No.
I
none
don't
of
get that reference.
Gilligan's
It's
Island.
Because you didn't
It's
watch
Island.
Gilligan's Island.
Yeah,
You're much too young
it's-
for that.
Yeah.
You should watch it. It is a really good series.
Well, it's
I make
amusing.
everyone
It's
feel
also
old.
extremely dated.
Yeah.
Oh, of course it's
yes,
dated,
very,
but it's still
very.
entertaining.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, very much a timepiece. Anyway.
The actor who
Yeah.
played the professor actually made a science webpage.
Well, he was an actual
Okay,
scientist.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
anyway, yes, you guys are going up. The celebration goes on as you take off. You get into orbit. You see the ship sitting there waiting for you.
Hmm.
The music
Okay.
plays in the background, and it slowly pans over the ship at all these different angles.
Yes.
It's been a
In the space
long
dock.
road.
That has all these
Ah,
ribs around
no,
the ship
no,
that
no,
don't make
no.
sense, but are there anyway.
No Rod Stewart playing, please.
You can't take the sky from me.
I'm fine with that one.
Abney Park did a cover of it.
Yep.
Which, by the way, means that we were allowed to play it on stream because we have
Ooh.
open permission from Abney Park to play their music on stream.
Oh, nice. Even if it's a cover of someone else's.
That might be a
Probably.
bit more problematic, but
I don't know how these things work.
Well, we'll see.
We play it, and if we get a ban warning, then we know.
Okay, yeah. All
Well,
that'll happen is
I-
basically that section of the stream will be
mess around
muted.
and find out. All right.
Yes. I'm all for it. I like this game. Okay, so you make it. Your shuttle basically pulls up beside your ship, attaches itself so you guys can walk off onto the ship, and then it flies off, leaving you to your own devices. So, Cecilia pipes up from the ship. It's like, "Welcome aboard."
Thank you, Cecilia.
Oh. Hi,
Glad
Cecilia.
to be here.
Have all the pre-flight checks been completed?
Yes, they have been completed.
Excellent. Make sure all hands are at stations. I'll head to the bridge.
As will I.
Okay.
Officer Glynn probably is also on the bridge unless she's needed in the laboratory.
Make it sound like we're playing Evil Genius in space.
Maybe some of us are.
Is the bridge crew entirely female? Because
There
all
are
the
no
PCs
men
are
on this
female.
ship. No, there's just no men on the ship. Ship of the Valkyries.
I like it.
Keeps things cleaner.
There we go. Yeah. Huh. Does sound like all the PCs we've got so far are women. Huh. Okay.
All the men went on a different ship.
Yeah. What is it? What are we? UNSPC CPG 002 is the Carl Sagan. All the men are on that ship.
Oh, there we go.
That's really a really long number. So yeah, communications. Can you dial up Houston?
Houston.
Assuming it's
We
still
have a
gotta be
problem.
Houston.
But yeah, okay. You contact Earth. Everything seems to be checking out on their side. The ship seems to be in running order. There's no problems. You are ready for departure.
Right. Take us to the edge of the heliopause.
Very well.
Please ensure your seats are in the upright position. Please buckle in.
Thank you, Cecile.
Tray
Of course,
tables
laid
are
in.
upright.
Says,
Take us out.
Okay.
initiating.
All right. So you go without a problem. The engines kick in, and you head off towards the outer system. After a couple of hours, you're out of the heliosphere and off into space and getting ready to jump.
Woo.
Do we have mission coordinates? Like, are we supposed to go to a certain system?
No, you're an exploration vessel. You basically get to go where you want to go.
That's not how it works when you're in a military structure. They tell you where to go and explore.
It'll be Alpha Centauri.
Alpha
Well,
Centauri.
they might they might well be like, head off in that direction.
Yeah. You're
We
to
saw
chart
something interesting
that,
over there.
That 25% of the universe is yours. You go that way.
Keep hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times. Yes.
I would hope so. Yeah.
That sounds like a reasonable request.
Obviously.
Well,
Yeah, unless we've been given something specific to look for that's not at Alpha Centauri would be the default destination.
where did
Please
we,
do not stick your head out of the airlock.
Where did we send the unmanned probe?
Let's say Beetlejuice.
Okay. Well,
Okay, we want to go see a
mess there.
supernova. Awesome.
Let's not say Beetlejuice. I've heard bad things happen.
Yeah.
What, a Beetlejuice?
Well, I was thinking because we got the dragonette
The
Yeah.
Dragonette.
Dragonette.
the dragonette from
Yeah.
an unmanned planetary survey, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I think we should go there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So
Um,
Gliese 189 or whatever it is.
All right. So your ship makes the connection. After a short bit of preparation, you jump.
Woo. Okay.
Okay. So it's a bright red sun.
Okay. Is it a red dwarf or a red giant?
It's a red dwarf.
Okay.
Probably so then when we drop out of alt drive, it's very likely the sun looks very far away if it's a small red dwarf.
Yes. And we'll need to drop a probe in order to maintain communications if the previous ship that was here didn't already drop one.
Communications scans for a previously dropped probe.
Yep. You find the probe. It's pinging.
Okay.
All right. Contact Earth. Let them know that we've arrived safely.
All right. So for this, I'm going to want you to make a sensors check.
Okay.
Okay.
So any of you can roll because it's the same number regardless.
Right. Well, we have sensors of base of 6, and we're an exploration ship. Does our +2 from exploration come in here?
Not yet.
Okay.
Everybody's rolling the same thing, or
Only one
So
person
just
rolls.
one
Okay,
person can
all right.
roll.
okay, good.
Does anybody have a specific bridge crew ability that applies to sensors?
You're just rolling for the ship.
Okay.
Okay, so 4d10. Oh, there we go. We got my 42. All right. So, so who's going to be rolling for the group?
Again,
Okay, go ahead. Roll sensors.
what am I rolling? 660.
10. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you go first.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I have a 10, 6, 7, 8, which is very interesting to do it. You'd think they would have lined it up numerically, but so 10, 8, 7, 6, and you
You
have,
used a different roller. That's why.
oh, okay, 9, 9, 5, 5, 3. Oh, and you got 3 5s, okay. So, the way this works is, since you're going first, you take one of your dice and you try to eliminate one of my dice. It has to be of equal value or lower.
So a 9 eliminates an 8.
If you want to do that, that is perfectly legit.
And I don't see what else we would do.
Okay, so you use your 8 to get rid of one of my 9s.
Other way around.
I will use one of my 9s to get rid of your 7.
Hold on. I think the 9s are ours and the 10, 8, 7, 6 is yours, right?
Yeah. Oh, sorry,
So
that's
our
right.
ni-
Right. Yeah, you're right. My bad. Okay, so yeah, you used your 9 to get rid of my 8. I will use my 7 to get rid of your 5. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, we can't use any of our dice to eliminate your dice at this point because they're all too low.
Well, no, you can take out my 6.
Oh, no, we have a second 9.
Yeah.
So we can use the other 9 to eliminate one of your 6, for instance.
And then
Yeah.
do we take the highest die that each person has left or the total that each group has left?
So far, we've
Uh,
got 1 success, 1 complication.
Now you have 2 successes, 1 complication. I can use my 10 to take out 2 of your 5s, and you still have a 3 left. So that would be, you got 3 successes and I got 2 complications. So, yeah, so yeah, you're picking up the probe. The probe is sending off a signal back to Earth. Your communications starts to scramble a bit, and you lose communication with the probe. That would be the complication. So, what do you want to do with your other successes?
Well, I would think the first thing we want to do is there's 2 things we probably want to do. One is we want to reestablish communication. So that means either repairing the probe or launching a new probe and taking the old one on board to be repaired later.
That works.
And the second one thing we want to do is scan for anything that is in the area that might have impacted the probe's functioning.
Okay, so that works. Okay, to explain what happens to for our viewers, each success is basically an action, and each complication is effectively a counter action. So the PCs had 3 successes, which means they get 3 successful actions. And I got 2 complications, so there's 2 things to mix things up a bit. So first thing was the probe is glitching. Second one would be that they couldn't reestablish communication. So your first action was, scanning with the probe. The probe goes, yeah, everything is fine. Then it shut out. Then you went, okay, we're swapping probes, and now we're going to look for what's out there. Okay, so what's out there? Something is a little off. Your sensors are picking up something, but it's not quite grasping what it's picking up.
Navigation. Check the portal and make sure that the gravity of the Sol system is not leaking through.
Okay.
Because the Sol system star will be gravitationally more powerful than this one. And while the portal is connecting, the gravity will be creating a lensing effect between the 2 portals. See if that may have interfered with communications.
I'll initiate the sweep.
Thank you.
Okay. So, there'd be your other success. So, yes, there is a section of space which seems to be distorted.
Huh.
Distorted how? Do we know that?
It looks like almost like a bend in space. Almost, you can almost say it's like a lensing effect.
Hmm.
As in a point of high gravity?
As in you can see kind of yeah, basically it almost looks like the space is kind of warped in one area.
We send a probe to investigate,
I
Sir.
definitely would.
or ma'am.
You can call me sir, ma'am, whatever. This is our first mission. I'll let you off the hook. We
Beep.
Whichever you prefer. I mean, normally speaking, it would be
Captain.
you would
Captain's
say
fine.
what your preference is in advance, and we use that one.
Captain's
Well.
fine.
Mhm.
Ma'am is acceptable in a pinch.
Mhm.
Missy.
Yes, let's launch one of our automated drones.
Okay.
Keep our
Very
distance
good.
from the lensing effect, as it may be a microsingularity.
All right.
So I'll initiate the systems to launch a probe.
Mhm. All right. So you send the probe out. Bing, 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 bing. Just check one thing. Yes, you get a +1 die bonus if your feature is being used. So you can roll sensors and add an extra +1 for your probe. So
Okay.
you're rolling 9 dice.
Okay, I'll roll 9 dice. As soon as I get to the right spot.
Me and my 10s.
Yes. Bad tens. No more tens. Tens for us.
9d10. I guess I need a bang roll here.
Actually, just type 9010. Nothing else.
Okay.
There you go.
3 10s. 6 4 3 3 3 1.
Okay, so I will do the because I rolled in the wrong channel. Yeah. Huh. So you get one complication or 6. No, with one of your 10s, you can take my 622,
Yep.
which means I can maybe get a draw. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 8 successes.
That probe is doing a good job.
Oh yeah, that probe needs a
That
promotion.
probe is doing what it was made for.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is actually going to be kind of amusing because as far as the other people are concerned, it's like, what the hell? So you send out this little probe. It's like, yeah, we're going to find out what this thing is. And from the point of view from the other side, it's like, they're sending out another probe. Yeah. Why is it cutting through our cloaking device? I don't know. Can you fix the cloak? It's breaking through that too.
Who the hell are
Yeah,
these
so-
people?
So yeah, the
Okay.
probe just kind of goes through, and like the probe disappears for a moment, but your sensors are going, oh, look, there's a ship that was invisible until like 20 seconds ago. And they're doing everything they can to try to defeat your probe. Your probe's not having any of it.
No, I know a little bit about electronic warfare.
Yeah. So yeah. All right then. You see this sleek, very stylish ship. It's all got these like bending like bars and stuff connecting different sections of the ship. It's very stylish. I'll give it that much. Kind of long, lean. And it's kind
Doesn't
of
seem very
slowly,
practical.
yeah, it's slowly rotating your direction.
Well, I'm guessing I should that I should try to hail them.
Open a channel.
Yes.
They're trying to communicate
So
with us.
shall I
Really?
hail them?
Yes, definitely hail them.
Yep. So yep. Yes. So going through checking all, going through all channels to see which one might be receptive, and then
Oh yeah,
sending
your
a
probe already
communique.
knows which one's the best channel to work
Oh,
with.
good.
Which is
Efficient.
confusing the hell out of the other people because they're trying to hail us up. How do they know our frequency? Oh, look at the probe.
The probe picked it up, duh.
Yep.
Yeah, the little view screen on the probe shows this little happy face with a little halo over it.
It speaks emoji.
Yeah, they're
The
not-
most advanced language.
tries to hail them, pummels them with ice chunks. Probe is best boy.
Ah, ha, 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 ha.
I like that.
Definitely
Yeah.
retrieve that probe for later use.
Yeah. Okay, so you start hailing them. There's kind of a crackle, and the strange code shows up on your screen for a few moments. And then a figure in a jet black, almost like a military light armor / uniform, with a helmet with a black screen in front of it, comes on screen, and they say something.
I will do my best to translate on the fly.
You're gonna try
So,
to translate. Okay.
okay, so let's see.
You may wanna-
Tayana.
Celia for help with
Yeah,
that.
is rolling smarts, and because your communications,
So
Yep.
that's 5. How many dice? What kind of dice is it?
D8s.
D8. Okay. I'm gonna put that in brackets. D8.
Cat,
Yes.
it's right there.
Where? Oh, okay. That's where it is. Thank you. Yeah. Again, that whole like thing. Okay. So stream dice. And it's slash or
Just
exclamation.
put in 5D8.
Type 5d8.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Hmm.
There's a new bot.
It's a new bot.
It's very cute. Okay, apparently that is a 17.
So you can get 3 successes, and I can get 1 complication. Okay.
Mhm.
Or
The
let's see.
complication would probably be that there is some essential word in there that I've gotten completely wrong.
You want to do what to my dog?
We want to establish pubic relations.
Oh no. No,
No. I mean that was just what
You
what
are
popped-
humans.
That, that was just what popped into my head. You don't have to go with that.
Humans.
Captain, they want to have sex with us.
And we've just
Again.
upgraded to PG rating.
Sorry.
It was my turn to probe.
I did that already.
Yeah,
Dear.
we've already probed them.
That probe
yes.
would not be wearing the halo if it the little
Little horns come
halo
up.
face. If it, yeah, it would not have the angelic emoji.
All right.
Oh.
So, start communication.
Yes.
You're in charge.
Okay, so yes, sending out. Greetings. We are the scientific research vessel, the Cecilia Payne Gapushkin. We are on a peaceful exploratory mission. May we know who you are?
Okay, let's see.
Live stream back to Earth and activate.
We are the Aeshidae. This is the stellar eclipse. You are in Aeshidae territory in violation of our treaties.
Oh, how could we be in violation of treaties we know nothing about?
Our apologies. We're not aware of your people or any treaties. We are humans from the planet Earth, Sol system.
We know what you are, and we know where you were from. Our initial
In-
treaties with you established that you were not to leave that system.
You established treaties with us?
Yes.
Could you send us data on those, please?
Sure. They send you information.
Okay, I'll start having
You
a
don't
look
read
at
that
it.
language.
So I'll have to start figuring it out.
Hold, please.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Please
you may
hold.
also want to open a channel to Earth and say,
Yeah,
what are these treaties they're asking us about?
So we've made first contact with an alien species.
They call themselves the Aes
They call themselves the Aeshidae, and they're saying that they have treaties with us already,
Hmm.
and that they
Interesting.
sent us a very long, apparently treaty in an alien language. Please
So,
advise.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
rolling to try to decipher this.
No, you don't have to roll. You have a whole bunch of successes, so you're
Oh,
good.
oh, okay, yay.
Okay, so maybe Sumerian, possibly.
Hmm.
So yeah, so yeah, Tayana is like pulling up is like pulling up like cuneiform tablets and so forth on the various computers and like running through them.
Checking
Mhm.
Space Wiki.
Space Wiki, yeah.
Yeah,
Contacting
Space Wiki.
archaeologists back on Earth. What the hell is this?
Like
Yeah,
like
it's ancient
yep.
Sumerian.
hmm.
Language hasn't been used in like 6,000 years.
Okay. But I mean, thanks to a number of people, including an incredibly dishonest copper merchant, we do have some traces of this language. So
Yes, don't buy copper from this person.
yeah.
I will take 3 hours to etch into a tablet why you should hate this person.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Oh, the conversation in the stream chat. We need to iron our dogs. Poor Munchkin. Woo! If this is a consular ship, where's the ambassador? Chokes the captain. It's ancient Sith language? Yes,
Wish I
so
could see the stream chat.
yeah, and he will keep all the hate mail.
Yes. Yes, because
Yes, he kept all of his hate mail.
yeah,
Yeah.
because
And we are so grateful that he did.
yes, partly because it's hilarious. Yeah, so
Misspelled mail, M-A-L-E. Yeah, hate mail. Then corrected it.
So I'm probably hovering around where Tayana is how it's pronounced?
Diana.
yeah,
Okay, so our names rhyme.
yeah, yeah, they
So
do.
Diana is hanging around over Tayana's shoulder since they're probably friends, having come from the same background. And
Yep.
will deliver the news to the captain that the treaties are written in ancient Sumerian.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And while you guys are doing that, Hawk is just going to be quietly scanning the alien vessel and discovering everything she can possibly figure out about it.
Mm.
I mean, that probe did have something like 10 successes, so.
Yeah, you're still using the successes. You don't have to roll.
Ah, well.
Let's see, its combat capabilities are 7. Shields are 10. However, we can outrun them. Their speed is only 3.
Yeah, at the moment they're trying to actually adjust the frequency of their cloaking device to hide again. It's not working.
Hide!
Well, the problem is you were using science. Their ship's probably using some kind of magic, and we just it's like magic. We don't understand magic, so we just ignore it. Science says
Yeah.
you're there.
Yeah,
exactly. Oh yeah, when Dinah says that she's hovering around her friend, she has telekinesis. This is very literal.
Yeah, I'm just lounging, like lying on thin air,
Just
resting on my elbows.
So,
Knees bent
will you
back
stop
over.
hovering around me? It's making me nervous.
we'll open the channel back up, and I'll be like, our apologies. You have sent us texts that are more than 6,000 years old, and unfortunately, we've gone through some governmental changes since then.
Slightly.
We would like to speak with an ambassador from your people and possibly renegotiate. Would you like me to roll charm?
Yes, go for it.
And because I'm acting as captain in this role, I believe I get a +2.
Yep. Oh no, sorry, not 3d10, it's 3d8. Not 3d18, 3d8.
Well, D18.
Wow. I'd rather have your 3d10 roll.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yeah.
Well, 2 complications and 1 success. No, you could.
We can eat the 6.
Yeah, you can get 1 success and 2 complications. You can eat
Well,
one of the
then we have more
sixes.
dice, so we get more successes after
Yeah,
that.
so that would be 2, but 2. So yeah, you get 5 successes.
What?
Okay, so yeah,
I'll be back in a minute.
Sure thing.
okay, they're looking at you and they kind of. Yeah, I guess we will have to do that, won't we?
Mm.
Yes, I guess we will.
One of them kind of comments off the side, which Tiana translates to, we could just blow the ship up and not have to deal with this. And the captain just kind of looks over his shoulder at them.
Oh! So tempted to say I heard that. Actually, I will say as best I can in their language. I'm afraid there have also been several linguistic changes since 6,000 years ago.
The captain casually turns and looks back at the screen. Turns and looks back at the person who made the comment from the peanut gallery.
I'll just have this sort of not exactly angelic, but like the kind of carefully
Serene.
neutral expression.
One moment, I have to discipline an officer. Moves a finger like this, and said officer gets whipped across the screen.
Oh, they've got telekinesis.
And then back.
Very
Right
quietly.
back, right back into his
Back to your
chair.
post. It's like back to your post. Shall we join you on your ship, or would you like to come to ours?
Your ship definitely looks more impressive.
Doesn't actually comment, but kind of straightens up a little bit. Seems to have liked the compliment. Well, then, by all means, please come join us.
Excellent.
I have myself and my 3 top officers will be joining you. You have a teleportation device?
Yes, we do.
Excellent. We don't.
I summon my dragonette.
And Dragon goes, "Whoop, no."
Please
All right.
feel free. Beam us up, Scotty.
Diana gives the captain a withering glance.
You feel
Hawk
a
just looks
moment.
confused.
Sorry.
You feel a momentary disorientation, and you're on their bridge.
Oh.
Peace and long
Um,
life.
Hawk looks around and looks very uncomfortable.
There's a glowing blue ring around you, which kind of fades away.
I'm wondering if I want for Diana to have tripped and immediately instinctively caught herself with telekinesis, so she's just floating halfway above the ground where everybody else is standing. And then
Which-
maybe she
Up to
slowly
you.
rights herself.
Which would
I think I want to
probably
do that.
probably cause the little dragonette to like flap its wings wildly and get their attention.
How do they react to the dragonette?
Mm.
They're wearing helmets, so it's really hard to tell at the moment.
I mean,
Hmm.
has
Okay, Diana rights herself, gets herself back on her own 2 feet, and the dragonette perches on her head.
Okay, so they're staring at Diana at the moment.
Hmm.
One kind of whispers to another. And Cat's character can basically translate that to it's like they're not supposed to be able to do that.
We've come a
So the
long
captain
way.
goes, well,
I'm not going to pass that along. I'm just going to make a mental note to find out more about that.
so welcome to the stellar eclipse.
Oh, thank
Hawk
you.
is going to let everybody else do talking because
Oh.
Hawk is very uncomfortable here.
This way, please. And the captain points to somebody else. You have command. And walks out into another room.
Okay. Can they speak our language or
No.
no? Okay. So I'm gonna have to be translating.
Mhm.
Okay. Alrighty.
We do have helper bots if you want a helper bot to help you translate.
Well, you know enough Earth languages that you can basically parse what they're saying because humans spoke this probably a really long time ago.
Mm,
They've had a little
It's
bit of
something that
linguistic
we are
drift.
physically capable of replicating.
There's been probably a little bit of linguistic drift, but not as much as you'd think there should be.
interesting.
The time passes differently for them, probably.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or something else.
Maybe they just have a lot of grammar police.
Mm.
If they're a really old civilization with a high degree of social cohesion, yes, they would.
Yeah.
Mm.
Grammar police, open up! I
Uh,
heard you drop that participle.
Which is the complete opposite of Tolkien elves who made up new languages every other day for fun.
yeah.
Well, Tolkien made up languages every other day for fun.
Yes, but he also wrote into his canon that elves did that. That's why they have so many languages, despite them having all existed since before most of these languages existed.
Well, Tolkien wanted to be an elf.
So, funny enough, apparently the Tolkien books are supposed to be translations of older books
Yeah.
that he translated into English. So, like, the Hobbits' names are not the Hobbits' names.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
they're localized.
Mhm.
yes, we will allow that.
Mhm.
Oh, automatic mod tried to block something. I was like, no, that's fine.
Mm.
Legolas being the old country hick elf.
So we
All right.
follow them.
Yes, and they take you basically to almost a lounge. There's comfortable, very elegant, delicate-looking chairs. There's a small, adorable-looking fuzzy animals kind of crawling around and being petted and stuff like this. And there's the equivalent of basically a bar, which has these clear columns of liquids, and then they pour for it themselves.
Is everybody wearing the same armor so you can't see their faces, or the people in the
Yeah.
lounge?
The people in the lounge have their helmets off. And what you see are very graceful, chestnut brown skinned individuals with long, slender ears and white hair. And purple hair, and blue hair, and green hair, and
I was just thinking that the profile pic I went with has brown skin and white hair.
You'd blend in.
Yeah, go
Except your ears
figure.
are too short.
Yeah,
They're
and-
like,
and
that's why
prob-
she
and-
understands our language.
probably also probably also a number of facial structure differences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see a number of them. The commander is taking off her helmet, looks at your group, motions to a section with the chairs, and everybody in the bar is just staring.
Oh, that makes me real comfortable.
Oh, she's drop dead gorgeous.
Well, yeah. But yeah, you are all being watched.
I try to
Hawk finds
watch.
us.
I try to watch their social cues to see what type of facial expressions they make.
Well,
before I
they're
make
standing
any-
and saluting the commander.
Of course.
Hawk finds a place where she can stand and keep her distance from all of these people. Like behind the conference table or whatever. Because she's not happy with this situation.
Cecilia is absolutely just staring down all of the animals, being like, I want to know what you are.
You mean Diana?
Yeah,
That's what I said.
Diana.
Yeah, you said Cecilia.
I was just like,
But the ship is like, I want to know what that is.
That's weird.
yes.
That's very weird. Sorry,
It,
Diana.
yeah.
I thought I said Diana.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
these
Your ship
names
starts
that
hitting
end
on
with
their
A.
ship.
Hello.
Well, our advanced AI could download itself into a sleeve and pop on over. It'd be our data.
Well, an avatar thereof.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I will sit down.
All right. So a small brown fuzzy thing with 6 legs crawls up into your lap and starts churring.
This is
Well-
Diana, the animal magnet.
No, the one who sat down.
That would be me.
Okay. The captain. Nice.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
Diana witnesses this and immediately sits down.
One starts rubbing up against Diana's leg and making churring sounds.
Ah.
I am
Oh.
I am Commander Inanna.
Captain Andromeda Locke.
Yes. I'll introduce us and the crew.
What brings you into Aeshidai territory?
That's interesting question. We just started exploring outside of our own solar system recently, and well, we sent an unmanned probe. We didn't find anyone, so we decided to come and have a look.
And you did not know about our agreement.
I'm going to be honest with you. As of 5,000-ish years ago, we stopped believing there was other life in the universe, and then about 150 years ago, we decided that there was, but we didn't know it. So,
So we were forgotten.
yes. Are there
Hmm.
others?
Oh, there are others, many others.
Oh.
It's fortunate that you came across us first.
Do tell.
Some of the others would not be as friendly.
I see.
Hawk clears her throat when that gets
Sorry.
translated.
Yeah.
Sure, friendly. Would you care for anything to drink?
Well, it's kind of our policy to. Yeah, sure, why not?
All right. The commander goes over, gets drinks for everybody. Long, thin, fluted glasses. Brings them back. A variety of colors. They smell pleasant.
Would Diana have
Romulan
a small
ale. Sorry.
system with her that would tell her if things are consumable or not? That she could just like discreetly dip a strip into the drink, look at the results, and then decide that it's safe to drink or not?
Sure, roll tech.
Okay, so and this would be this would probably fall under the Xenoscience division. Oh, so that'll be 4d8. Where is the dice? Yes.
2 successes, 1 complication.
Yeah. You would have to pass. My 8 would eat your 2 4s, and then you'd have the 2 3s left over.
Mm.
Right.
Okay. But that's I do find out what I wanted to know.
Most of the drinks would probably be perfectly fine. One of those is strong enough to almost give you alcohol poisoning.
I inform everybody of this so that they can choose any drink except that one over there.
Oh, you could drink that one too. It's just that you'd probably fall over in about 5 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, and then you need to be beamed back to our ship so that the meds could take care of you.
uh,
You'd probably be hospitalized for at least 12 hours.
Something beat me twice yesterday. It was wonderful.
sorry, what?
Spaceballs reference.
Aha. Okay. Oh,
So
right.
as long
yeah.
as the one that is currently in my hand is not the one that would knock me over half dead, I will start to take a drink of it.
Okay. So
You're-
who's taking the near lethal one?
the
Hawk
dragon.
was given the not near lethal one. She sniffs at it and does not partake.
I was going to say
Yeah,
the dragonette probably takes the strongest one.
Assuming his minder allows him.
No, he will get a very stern talking to if he tries to drink alcohol.
Yep. Yeah, so this is the one that damn near kills a human. You weigh 1/10 of a human's weight, and you're going to try to drink this?
Dragon
Probably a much
metabolism.
less than a tenth of the human's weight.
Dragon metabolism. I got this.
So the ace, I'm guessing the ace quickly learned like, wow, humans are lightweights.
No, the dragon accidentally does a little jet of flame on, and the entire thing bursts.
mind you, there are probably some people who could drink that that kind of thing without blinking.
I was
Oh, and
temp-
also Diana is using her telekinesis to drink her drink because
Well-
she's gotten lazy like that.
Hawk is Russian,
Interesting.
so if there's anybody who's going to get drunk, it should be her.
Hawk, I was going to say, with the kind of reputation Russians have, she just like downs the entire thing without batting an eye. And
No,
and
because she's
it's-
really
like
incredibly
more-
uncomfortable here
oh
and
well,
does not want to have anything to do with this. But she has to be.
So some of the other Ace today are kind of whispering to each other, watching the telekinetic drinking.
How does that work? I am wondering.
My telekinesis is on the glass, not on the liquid.
No, you got the liquid float out of the glass.
okay.
It's just that then you kind of lean in, sip,
Okay.
sip.
I mean, okay, that would be a good way to drink in 0G. Mm. Mm.
So your ship is definitely better equipped than ours. It's very, very nice lounge.
Oh, thank you. How did you get here?
Through space.
By what methods?
Oh, so we captured a photon that came off of this star roughly 600 years ago. We analyzed it, traced it back to its light path, and found another photon that was on the same path. Quantumly entangled them, opened a small portal, and punched our way through.
One moment. Get me a science officer down here.
That's good, because she just rattled off like how the drive works, and he's just kind of like,
What?
Mm.
We should take you to one of our command craft. Do you mind if we tow your ship?
It can work under its own power. We could follow.
No, you could not follow.
You don't.
We have a completely different system for traveling.
Oh, I see. And how does yours work?
Oh, well, we make a series of focused gates. We send our ship through them, each one accelerating us past the one before it until we break through the astral barrier.
I see.
Astral barrier.
Wait, what?
What's an astral barrier?
I look at the communications officer and I'm like, did you translate that right?
It might have astral. It well, sometimes that it's related to the word for stars in our language, but I think in their language it means something different. sounds like it's more related to something about spirit or soul. I think.
Well, they
Uh,
talked about
not clear on this.
They talked about accelerating from one gate to the next. Perhaps it's an acceleration gate that loops them into light speed, and they just don't know how to articulate that in a scientific manner.
It's a similar word for light, but that doesn't quite cover it. It's kind of like
May we tow your
light
ship?
or well,
You can watch the process from that window pointing across the lounge.
Let me communicate with my ship and let them know what's going on. It's very likely they went to red alert when we disappeared.
Mm.
Well, we would have told them, right? But
Well, I kind of just said take the top 4 officers. Right, I'm a good captain. So I'm going to go over and communicate with the ship, let them know what's going on, let them know that we're being towed, and tell them, please quickly tell Earth that we're going to be disappearing for a little while.
Okay.
Because we've made first contact.
First contact is going very well.
Title drop.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. All right. So the ship rotates. You don't get to see what tows your ship, but they say that they have established connection to your ship. Um,
I'm sure the sensors on our ship have a very good view of this.
yeah.
Yeah, the probe
Captain-
is still there.
Yeah.
We did retrieve the very good probe.
It's best probe. Pat, pat, pat.
Best probe.
Yeah, so Commander Anana tells them to prepare the jump to the mothership. The Silver Grove is what they say.
Oh, neat.
Okay, so you get to watch the stars kind of turn as the ship gets into proper position. Then you see a series of effectively concentric rings of different sizes stretch out one after the other in front of it with these strange writings and patterns and stuff like this. And
Are
then
they part of the ship that come out, or are they?
no, they just
appear?
form.
They're
They just
patterns
form one
of
after
light
the other.
that hang in the air. I'm thinking as they're just kind of staring at this.
The ship just goes towards one, and as soon as it passes through, it gets thrust forward, and each one after it speeds it up even further. And then you watch everything just kind of bend around the ship as it heads forward.
Wow, it's like some kind of a. It's like they just put us through some kind of a rail gun powered by I don't know what.
Yeah, basically railgun.
The captain's like, what kind of anime bullshit was that? Hey, at least we know our way isn't the only way.
Yep.
Yeah. So, you get to watch everything kind of bend and warp around you, and then about 10 minutes later, it unbends. And you see this large circular ship that's like glowing white with all these like arcs going up from the central point outwards. You can see what look like silver trees and buildings and stuff like this, just kind of floating on a platform.
Ooh, pretty.
And the anime bullshit continues.
They have a gravity, of course.
If those are trees, then I gotta know how they work.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the same way all trees work.
They're in space!
Yeah. What are they breathing and?
Well, is it possible that they're using an artificial gravity well to hold an atmosphere in, and the trees are supplying them with oxygen?
It's a magnetosphere, though.
I mean, if they're using an artificial gravity well, the chances are that they could easily create an artificial magnetic field.
And it's true, if they're putting it's not that difficult to put a device that's somewhat distant from this in the direction of the sun to deflect most of the radiation. That's how we would do it. I don't know about these people.
So I'm going to look at the captain and be like, that was very impressive. I don't hear Kit.
Yeah, I'm looking up something for you.
Oh,
Well, Diana's probably also taken a small fur sample from the thing that is crawling in her lap, just like finding some
Aw.
shed hairs. We are gonna clone this sucker.
it should. I should really introduce it to my Eevee.
Okay, I guess we can use that. All right. The commander says, "Welcome to Alfheim."
Altain?
Alfheim.
Alfheim.
Alfheim
Trees in
looks over
space!
to
Yeah.
Diana, as in the Norse.
Yeah, it does sound like elf home. Yes.
Well, you see other ships similar to this one.
Mhm.
This one eventually docks. The tractor beam pulls your ship to one of the other docks, and they basically lock onto it to keep it in place.
Mhm.
This way. He starts walking out of the ship.
Okay.
I'll
Out.
follow.
Yeah, takes you down into the exit.
Like we're docked, so we're not walking into space.
Okay. It's like,
Okay.
yes, just take a little walk out into space with us. Doot, doot, doot,
Yeah,
doot,
opens
doot,
the
like,
window.
Fresh air in here.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to breathe air? Ah.
We killed our first guest. Clean up on aisle 3,
Dock 3.
dock 3. Yeah.
Oof.
All right.
Welcome,
So-
travelers, to Elfheim.
It is 10 p.m. I think we can pause here.
Sounds like a good place to pause.
Yep.
I'm good to go till
And-
midnight.
And but yeah, Kit and I do have an errand we need to run though. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get myself accustomed to going to bed earlier so that I can wake up at 6:30 a.m. to get to school.
Well, that's not
Kat,
fun.
you should learn how to do that.
once upon a time I did, but then I got old.
Thankfully,
You're
I
still
only have
young.
to do it for one semester, and I can get that, and I can start waking up at 8:30 a.m. instead.
No,
But, you
I'm
know,
I'm
it'd be 8 o'clock.
yeah, I'm trying to un-F my sleep schedule with very little success. Anyway, night everybody.
Have
Yeah.
a good night, everyone.
Thank you for joining us, everyone.
Thanks for
Good night.
Okay.
Take care.
Alrighty.
coming. And stream us off.
Bye.